What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I got another video for you guys. I know I don't upload much on this channel, but the only reason why I stopped uploading consistently is because I genuinely do feel like some of the videos that I was only posting for views and to increase my subscribers. Now I've shifted to a point where I'm making videos because I want to be real intentional and I want to have a real conversation with you guys. And in this video, the reason why I'm making it is I finally paid off my car debt or my car loan or my car note. I finally paid that off, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about debt and the importance of trying to stay out of debt to the best of your abilities. And now I know there are different ways you can leverage debt. I'm not talking about leverage debt like, let's say you're trying to buy a house and you're trying to rent it out and you're trying to leverage the debt and you can make money from that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about commercial debt like student loans, credit cards, car loans, like personal loans for like personal things. That's the type of debt that I want to talk about. Now, the car loan that I had that I recently paid off, I've been working on that debt for 7 years. 7 years. Now, I don't usually, when I first took out the debt for my car, I was in college. And to be completely honest with you guys, I had no idea how loans worked. My credit score was probably like a 5 something. I needed a cosigner, so I couldn't even take the loan out for my car by myself. One of my college friends was kind enough to co-sign with me. I don't know why he was so nice to me, but there was this dude that was really kind. One of my friends in college co-signed for me. I mean, I was able to get a car loan in order to buy a car because I could not afford to get a car at that time. I was literally broke. And so if I had the money, I would have bought the car straight cash. And I was really desperate at that time and I didn't really know where to go about it. In my personal opinion, if I could go back, I wish that I would have just lived without getting a car or getting a car loan, because there was public transportation, even though it's not the best here in my city. I live in Nebraska. It's not the best. But I wish I would have done that and tried to save up money for another car instead of getting a loan. Because guys, when you get a loan, it's bondage. You're bonded to that loan. And especially when you have a cosigner, you don't want to make them look bad, because when you take out a loan and there's somebody that co-signed for you and you miss payments or something happens, it hits their credit score too. And if you're missing your car payments, it could hit your credit score too. So, these past several years, I've been taking the time to really understand like finance and my personal finances and how I can kind of take myself out of debt. Right now, I really don't have any debt. Like, I have some credit cards, which I'm paying off, obviously. And it's not a crazy amount on my credit cards. But now as I'm older, I know how to manage some of the debt that I have. And I know I would never take out huge loans such as, school loans, loans for cars and stuff like that. I try to stay debt free. I know a lot of people who are in debt and are paying like $500, $600 car notes, which is going to last them for almost the next 7-10 years. Now imagine, instead of paying that $300 or that $400 car note or that car payment every month, imagine if you could put that money in your savings every month, and how rich and how abundant you would be. I feel like the main reason why I don't like debt and why debt is like, taboo to me, I don't want to, continue to get debt, is because it keeps you away from being wealthy. It keeps you away from building wealth, because when you have a car payment always due, like, you're never going to be able to save money, especially when your car payment, it's so high. It adds up to, you got a car payment, you got rent, then you got car insurance. And if something happens to your car, God forbid, you have to pay for that too. And you have no sense of freedom. When you are borrowing money and you are in debt, you constantly have to work. You get no breaks. When you have a $500 car payment and your rent is like $700 and your car insurance is $200, and and all the other obligations that you may have in your life, you literally have no space to breathe. Even if you were to get sick for like a week, you would still have to find a way, to work the next week, because you literally cannot afford to not work. And that's one of the main reasons why I personally myself try to stay out of debt, because I know if I eliminate my credit card debt, my car loans, anything that I have, I know that if I'm not paying that $300, $400 car payment, I know that money is going to be going inside my savings, or I'm going to be putting that money inside my investments. And I know that money is going to be building me wealth instead of taking it away from you. So I'm not saying all debt is bad. I don't believe that all debt is bad. I don't believe that all loans are bad. If you are able to, leverage a loan, for example, buying a home and, renting it out, using a loan from a bank, that is completely okay. What I want to tell people, or what I want to tell y'all, is if you are thinking about buying a car and you're trying to get an expensive car and you're basically trying to impress people, you don't need to do that. Yes, if you bought that expensive car, your friends are probably going to be like, hey, that's a nice car. It's a one-time compliment. You will have to continue to deal with those $600, $700 payments until the payment is done. You have to continue to deal with that. Yes, you'll get compliments here and there, but to what that those compliments aren't going to do anything for you at the end of the month, because you still have to pay for that vehicle. You still have to make sure those payments are paid on time. You still have to pay that bank. So if you're looking to buy a car and you don't have the money right now, please, if you have to take out a loan, make sure you take out a loan that's reasonable. Get a humble car that can take you from point A to point B. Whether it's, spending $5,000 or $6,000, make sure if you're going to borrow money from a bank, make sure you're borrowing a considerable amount. So that may be $600, $6,000, $7,000 that you can pay within a year or two, because you do not want to stay in crippling debt for the rest of your life. Imagine I've been in debt, or I've had that loan for 7 years. Imagine if I was saving that $300, $500 in my bank account, saving it instead of giving it to a bank and also paying that interest on that loan. And we don't even talk about interest rates nowadays because it's ridiculous. So I didn't want to turn this into a rant video. I kind of just wanted to sit down and have a conversation for individuals who are thinking about getting a car or thinking about getting a loan. Make sure you budget yourself. Make sure if you're going to get a loan, you're able to pay it off within a year or two. And make sure you're not getting a car just to impress your friends. Make sure you're getting a vehicle that's going to get you from point A to point B. And once you build wealth and you have wealth and you can get a better vehicle and you can pay it with cash, do that once that time comes. But right now, save your money, build your wealth, and try your best not to take out loans. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys are new, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. As always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.